Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is a little bit different video than I'm used to. I want to show you my 1999 Chrysler Town Country minivan. I bought it off a friend of mine who bought it off a one owner, the original owner. I have a packet about 2 inches thick full of service receipts from taking it to the dealer. I even have the window sticker. And believe it or not, this thing was $44,000 new, which is unbelievable. But I'm going to do something really cool to it. My oldest son Rex, who I've done videos on his Jeep and Corvette, he works in Hollywood. And one of the things that is a major expense out there are camera vehicles. So I'm going to turn this into a camera vehicle. And I've done quite a bit of work to it to make it reliable. And I just want to go through that really quick with you. I'm not going to get too much into showing the maintenance, just basically what I've done and what I plan to do. So stick around and enjoy. All right, well, as you can see here, I got the brakes off. I got the struts out. Not a big deal. 2 bolts here for the strut, 3 on the top. Take your ABS brake connector wire line off. Disconnect the clamp for the brake line. I used a ton of air coil. I let it soak for about a half a day and got it all nice and loosened up. And I use an impact and battery powered ratchet, and I got everything off. So this is the hard part now. We got to take this cover off to access everything right here to the front of the motor so we can get this timing cover off and get this timing chain replaced. You know, there's something else that I wanted to let you know while I'm in here. Obviously, I got the strut out and I got the brake assembly off. I'm gonna knock this splined end of the axle out of this hub to get this out of the way, but my axle seals back here are leaking. So while I have all this apart, I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off, that spindle off. This, you can get a pry bar back here, pop that out. I got new seals, I'll put new seals in there. Obviously, sway bar link ends you can see are trashed. I'm gonna go ahead and replace those. Ball joints don't look too bad. Those look like they might have been done recently. All right, well, got the tie rod off. Use the impact. Luckily, the nuts came right off. They didn't have a cotter pin or anything. Most of the foreign, metric assemblies, you tighten it down to a torque, and it's got a lock nut on it. So the nuts came right off with the impact. I hit the side here with a ball peen hammer, popped it loose into the taper, came right out. Right here, you can see I got my axles out. Took a dead blow hammer right there on the center. You can see here that the threads don't start till back here, so there's no thread of damage in anything here. They popped right out. So I'm gonna get a bar in here, we'll pop that out. We'll change the axle seal on this side. I wanna get these sway bar links off. I need to get new ones of those because they're trash. And then after I get the axle seal in and get new sway bar links, this whole driver's side can go back together. It's the other side that I need to access to do the timing chain removal. Well, I got it all apart, and you can see that there's a little bit of slack there on that timing chain. So it kind of snowballed into replace everything else down here. Power steering pump, water pump, axle seals, crank seal, struts, brakes. It'll probably take me longer to clean everything than it will to fix it, definitely. So this, let me see if I can get this in the light. This is the rack for the rear seat. This was what the rear seat used to sit on. Here's the quick release handles to get it in and out of the vehicle. What we're doing is I built this steel plate. I have to put spacers here and drill a hole for bolts to hold this up. This is what the camera mount is going to attach to, the camera arm. And what I like about it, one, using the original rack, it's on wheels. I can pop it in and out and yank it out of there if we want to use the vehicle to haul equipment or haul gear or whatever. And it's on wheels. So with a camera arm on it, it's going to be big and bulky, and you'll be able to just roll it around and park it where you need it. So the idea is it's going to extend, it's going to come out the back. And what I would like to do is to be able to have it on a 360-degree swivel and be able to swing it around and come out the side doors on either side and video cars in motion like that. So that's what the plan is. Haven't really gotten to a design state yet. My son might be able to turn me on to where I can get a gimbal. That's the gyroscopic aperture that holds the actual camera, and that's what keeps the camera steady when the car is moving. So this is it, 1999 Town & Country Limited. It has every option available from Chrysler, except maybe a sunroof. I don't even know if they offered them back then. Has the Infinity sound system. I've upgraded it extensively. I've done a lot of cleaning on the interior. I have Pioneer Apple CarPlay radio that has a flip-up screen. We have the seats taken out in the rear, the back seat taken out in the rear. I cut the carpet out and put rubber mats in it. Guess it'd help if I actually unlocked it. So here you can see I don't have the back seat in it anymore. I have sort of not a diamond plate rubber mat like I have in my Element, but a patterned rubber mat. Took the carpet out, it was nasty anyway. Took all the panels out, cleaned them. Obviously this is my work vehicle. I use it to go back and forth to work. I help my friends with some of their house projects, building garages. If you've seen that on Instagram, the process of building a garage for my friend. But unbelievably, this vehicle does not have a single dent, a single door ding. It's never been in a wreck. I mean, the paint's not the greatest, but it is a pretty decent machine. You can see by the front here, I've obviously done some work. We've done some suspension work. I got the R1 Specialties brake rotors on there. Those Sport Edition wheels, I think I got those from Tire Rack for, I don't know, $108 a piece. The tires that are on it are actually the 16-inch tires off my Honda Element. When I put the 18s on it, I had the old 16s lying around and the rims are pretty much garbage, so I took the tires off and put them on the van. I'm actually going to put 18s on my wife's Pilot, so I'm going to have another set of 16-inch tires should I need it. But this thing is really nice. It's got all the options, captain's chairs, full leather, heated seats, all of the amenities, your cup holders, your cubbies, tilt, telescopic, everything works. The only thing that doesn't work are a couple light bulbs in here. And the only thing that I haven't done that I really need to do is replace the windshield. It's not really we don't have vehicle inspections here in Illinois, so that's not really a major priority right now. But so let me go over some of the things that I've done, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, well, the heart of the beast is the 3.8 V6 that Dodge made. It's in about 15 million Jeep Wranglers, so it's a pretty stout motor. This thing's got 233,000 miles on it, and it runs flawlessly. So this is the heart of the beast, and what started out was just fixing some basic leaks and driving the vehicle. Turned into a little bit more. After I had the oil pan off, I noticed there was a lot of slack in the timing chain. And if you've ever owned or worked on a front-wheel drive car, you know that these things suck. So while I was in there and everything was accessible, we got a little carried away. So we did new alternator, power steering pump, power steering lines, water pump pulley, idler pulley, tensioner and pulley, serpentine belt, timing chain and gears, timing chain cover, crank sensor, cam sensor, oil pan gasket, oil pump, trans pan gasket, harmonic balancer, valve covers, intake gasket, trans filter, plugs, plug wires, coil pack, headlight switch, Apple CarPlay radio, wheels, tires, struts, coil springs, sway bar links, front wheel bearings, hubs, rotors, pads, thermostat, radiator cap, fuel cap. I repaired the circuit board on the instrument cluster. It had cracked solders on it. While I was in there, I went ahead and replaced all the bulbs, front window regulators, power window motors, battery, EGR valve, fan resistor, tailpipe, muffler, O2 sensors, and headlights. So I could have kept going, but at some point you got to stop. So I got to be honest with you. This van's pretty awesome. You can do a lot of things with this van. I've never been excited to own a minivan in my life, but my friends make fun of me because they said I'm the only one who waits till their kids have left home and out of college before he buys a minivan. But you can do a lot of things with this. It's pretty fun. My nephew has one. He lives in it during the summer. He goes camping. He takes his dog everywhere. It's an all-wheel drive Astro van. There's nowhere he can't go. Obviously more versatile than this, but you can do a lot of things with it. Van life, I guess that's the slogan now. So stay tuned, and I'll show you the progress as we get to it.